Good morning, Granton Gang. This weekend is Divali, Festival of Light, and all over the world people will be lighting little lanterns called divas, and this is the story of why people do that. Once long ago in India, there lived a prince and a princess, Rama and Sita. They decided to go and live in the forest. But when they arrived in the forest, they found that it was filled with demons and monsters. They fought many battles against the demons and monsters, and eventually they chased them off. Well, when the demons and monsters returned to the fortress of the demon king Ravana, he was furious. He decided he would teach Rama and Sita a lesson. And so he travelled in a golden chariot that flew through the air from the island of Lanka, where his fortress was, to the forest of Rama and Sita. Now, when he arrived, Rama was out in the forest, and Sita was working in the little garden by their house. Ravana, he turned himself into a beautiful deer, and he came through the trees, a beautiful white deer. When Sita saw this beautiful animal, she followed it into the forest. But as she got close enough to stroke it, wham! It turned back into the demon king Ravana. He had 10 heads and 20 arms. She screamed, but too late. He grabbed hold of her, and he jumped into the chariot, and away he flew through the sky. When Prince Rama arrived back at the little house, there was no sign of Sita, his wife. He shouted on her. He searched through the forest, and when he didn't find her, he set off on a journey that took him over mountains, across deserts, through forests and jungles, searching for Sita. And he asked everyone, but no one had seen her. Until he came to a mountain. And on that mountain, there was a great palace, a palace that belonged to the monkey king Hanuman. And when Rama asked Hanuman, had he seen Sita? Oh yes, said Hanuman the monkey king. I saw her flying through the air in the chariot of Ravana the demon king, heading towards his fortress on the island of Lanka. But how will I reach her? Said Rama. With my help, said Hanuman the monkey king. I will call together all the monkeys of the world, and we will make a great army, and we will go and rescue her. And so Hanuman, he took a great horn and all the monkeys of the world came running, and they made a great army, and together they set off for the island of Lanka and the castle of the demon king Ravana. They came to the shore, and the sea was filled with monsters. How would they get across? Hanuman had an idea. He called on his monkeys to join their hands together, wrap their tails around each other, and they made a bridge of monkeys that stretched from the shore to the island. And then the rest of the monkeys and Hanuman and Rama, they ran across the monkey bridge and they attacked the fortress. Ravana sent out his fiercest demons and monsters, and a great battle began between the monkeys and the demons. But one by one, the demons were chased off until only Ravana remained. He came out of the castle holding 20 swords, and he ran towards Rama. They began to battle, and the demon king with 20 swords, he was too powerful. When suddenly Rama remembered his golden arrow that had been given to him by the gods. He took the golden arrow and he drew back his bow and shoo! Ravana, the demon king, fell dead. Whoomph! And so Sita was rescued, and together they all made their way back to the palace of Hanuman the monkey king, where they had a great celebration. Word spread back to the great city where Rama and Sita had first travelled from, and people were so excited they lit little lanterns, little lamps called divas. And so Rama and Sita, they saw the light shining from the city, and they hurried back And when they arrived, the people were overjoyed to see them. And there was a great celebration to honor Rama and Sita and remember that they had defeated the terrible demon king Ravana. And so it is that every Diwali, that story is remembered and people like little divas to celebrate. Well, if you're celebrating Diwali this weekend, have a great time, and I'll see you for another story. Okay, bye.